Bam. Shout out to everybody here on this beautiful Saturday afternoon, 12:36 impromptu live stream by the Lifer. I usually do a morning update. It's been that hard for me to just get everything ready to go. Hey, I'm not going to miss a day, but I may miss a moment in time. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here. And let's get it in. Let's talk about it. Let's break it down and have a blast. Shout out to everybody here on the live. I gave the POKT network to my trading group. I grabbed this as my length of my pole, wick to wick here, for a movement to the upside. I was looking for a target of 0.36. Basically, where we're at right now, about 6:30. This thing would boom to the upside on a wick all the way for gains of about 36%. I put this out yesterday morning in the trading group. Had you been in my trading group, you would have seen and been privy to this information, and you would have been able to make gains. How many days you have to come to the live stream and watch me talk about had you been in the trading group, you would have made it. And right here, look, POKT Network has a nice probability of a move here. And I'm showing you, right? And if you look at everything that I teach and talk about it, I mean, this thing was ready to rock. The stochastics were low. MACD had lack of momentum. You were curling here. And if you put this in, this is in a kind of a wedge ready to get ready. You had a high volume node sticking out. It said you can get to the volume area highs. There wasn't a lot of resistance. You would flip the 200 SMA right there on the 4-hour time frame with tight moving averages. I teach this every single day on the live stream, constantly, over and over and over again. So had you been in the trading group, you would have made gains on POKT Network. Also, the whole entire trading group just made absolute gains on SHIB. It was trending last night. I put it out, hey, it's trending with 1 million, right? We had it tight in the channel. It was likely to break up to the upside. We nailed it. I gave you this trade. I talked about it looking just like a fractal on Caspa. I put the Caspa fractal on it on the live stream. You saw me. Highly likely 12% gains. And again, 12% gains may not be amazing, but when I was like 90% sure I was going to get 12% gains out of this. The trading group also was amazing. When I look at what happened to the trading group last night and I look at gains on gains, like we have lifer gains section here and I can see just what happened in the group. Dude, hold on. Where are we here? Lifer gains here. I woke up this morning. It was insane. SHIB, 116% gains, right? This man, 2,000% gains. It was $20, but still, he's using a dollar to make $20. That's insane, right? My man made 280% on ASTR Aster, right? This dude made 733% on SHIB, 419% on ASTR. More SHIB gains right here to the upside, right? Banging on him. Look at this dude, banging on him to the upside, right? Gains on gains. And these are people that have never traded leverage, just starting to learn how to do it. This dude made 97%, $41, banging on them, right? Paying for their monthly fees, basically, if they get up to $100 here. 684% on SHIB, 2,000 on LPT. This dude made 12 racks, right? It's just insane. And then I saw even more SHIB gains just in the 99 this morning. One dude posted a 1,700% gains, all right? I was DM'd it, so I can't really show. I'll ask if I can show it, but I mean, it was an amazing gain, right, to the upside. Look at that SHIB, 641% gains on 50X, banging on them to the upside, right? And so the whole group woke up to gains. And all we need is a small move, I was saying, to take a bunch of money out of the market. This dude made 1,374%. He used a 4X on SHIB for 58% gains. All we needed was a little bit of a move. So we got 10%, 12%. We turned that into 58%. You know what I mean? Bang, bang, bang. So shout out to anybody that took gains on Shiba Inu. And we told you, I went over it numerous times. It was then trending on Twitter. When my system suggests the move is coming and it's trending on Twitter, it tells you that a move is coming. Look, now the 4-hour stochastics are pointing to the downside. That's not when you want to be entering a trade. Now we wait and we reassess and we look for some type of, it could be kind of an ascending cup and handle. We could pull a midi fib from here to here. It might come down to the 618, right? So if people want to get into SHIB, you look at the smaller time frames to see if they could continue. We got a little bit of a pump today for like 4 or 5%. Then it came back down. Almost looked like it was going to make a move. The second I drew the flag, it started pumping green. I was like, whoa. I did wake up this morning, though. It was on my phone, so it wasn't like I was in-depthly looking at it. But shout out to anyone that took those gains out of SHIB. And SHIB's got $1 billion market cap. When it moves by 12%, that's a lot of money. You're not asking for a lot. You just got to play it cool with SHIB. I hope the music's not too loud. I hope the music's at a good spot for each and every one of you. All right? We'll aim to do better every day here on the channel. All right, let's break down Bitcoin for you as this is a fast Bitcoin update. But you're like, where's the Bitcoin update, Lifer? All right, first thing we're going to do is look at the weekly and see that we have a major weekly resistance at 31,931. You can call 31.8 to 32,000, really. That whole area is what we're looking for. I've been drawing this line here, even speculating before it even happened that we could be making this ascending triangle. So far, we are respecting the levels. So I like what we're doing here, and we are seemingly making that move. Now, where is weekly support? We're going for 29,005. We need 29.5. It's psychological, but it's also a place in the charts that makes a lot of sense. Right here, where these two candles closed, right here on the weekly, is 29,475. 29,000 right here. See this? It's really like 29. Look, this candle closed at 29. Let's say. Hold on. No, sorry, this is 28. I apologize. I don't know why that threw me off. Get back into mode. Right, here we go. So these two candles closed right here, 29,300. This is what I keep talking about. And if you hover on this candle, it said it closed at 20. Open, because you want to see that. It opened at 29,233. The green candle closed at 29,233. So 29,233 really is the weekly support or resistance. I'm calling it 29,300 because that would give us the buffer above it. But so far, so good. We are going to, and I just wanted this like last week. It looked like we were going to close a weekly candle above. These wicks to the downside do show some sell pressure, but we have wicks to the upside too as well. So there's some indecision on the weekly. However, the weekly looks good to me. I keep explaining to everybody that it's all about the moving averages. The 21 crossed that. I went over this and back tested it. You can trust me if you want. You can do your own back test. I found that 90% of the time, you never go to a low lower than that, and the cycle continues to a majorly big cycle on the weekly. I've tested gold, silver, Tesla, the Dow Jones, Bitcoin, and anything that has 10 to 20 to 30 years on the charts. And I'm telling you right now, it'll blow your mind. So test that. And what am I testing? The 21-day SMA crossing the 21 weekly crossing the 200 weekly. So the 21 crossing the 200 on the weekly. And I have a white and yellow. I color code it, but so far so good. I want to see this weekly candle close above this weekly resistance, and then we have this next area, which was 28,000. You can see this candle closed at 28,000, or it's where 28,065, and this one opened, right? 28,065. So 28,065. That's going to be our next main area, right? Right there of support. So we have shown in real time. Right when the song got weird too. It like threw me off. I wasn't a fan. Anyway, we have shown that this is an area. Now, the weekly does have a bearish divergence. All right? It's got a swing up to swing up. But on the RSI here, it's swinging down. And yes, but that is divergence. We came down and we tussled with support and resistance. I've learned that's what divergence does. It's only as strong as the support and resistance it runs into. And so far, we battled this wick to these wicks here. And we definitely, or even to this wick here, we definitely had our battle with 28,500. And we've bounced off it so far, so good. I'm all about the trend. Low, high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. As long as this stays high, as long as we don't break. If we come down and we break this low, I'll change my whole tune. I'm open-minded. But right now, I'm not a perma bear, perma bull. I'm just reading the charts. The charts convey to me that a move is coming for Bitcoin, and it looks more likely to the upside based on my years of analysis. But what do I know? All I have is years of analysis. It means nothing. Anyway, the 50 crossed the 200 SMA here on the 3-day chart. If you know me, I'm a big 3-day guy. I use the 3-day a lot for my bigger ideas and analysis. This suggests that we are going to break to the upside out of this 3-day chart, the length of the pole, wick to wick here, and get a beautiful move to the upside. It almost kind of has this cup with a handle. It's a Sammy cup and handy to the upside. All the way to 36,257 is the target there for Bitcoin. All right. So I'm just putting that out there on the weekly. I'm on the 3-day chart. Sorry. Let's move on into the daily. And on the daily, we have another, this is the flag that we're looking at. I'm going to zoom into this flag in a second and we're going to break it down. But right now, I mean, that's a cup and handle. See the daily? Cup. It's a cup and handle on the daily. Clear as day. Like clear as day. So like if you just want to be openly objective, don't really think too much about it. There's your cup and handle right there. That wants to break out. It's hugging the 21. You got tight moving averages. Moving averages are coming together pretty nicely with the 200 as the outlier. When the moving averages get tight like that, it tells you something is brewing. To me, this is the falling wedge. We broke out of it. right? And we're playing with this level as an area to retest and move to the upside. There's a cup, there's a handle. That target takes you to 30,917, all right? Now I'm going to zoom in for you on Bitstamp. I don't know why Bitstamp. I don't know where I just used the Bitstamp chart. Don't ask why. But now we're going to, so we've taken you from the weekly to the 3-day to the daily. Now we're taking you into the 4-hour time frame, all right? And we've showed you all these different ideas here. And we're going to continue to expand your mind and show you things you may not have thought about yet, because I can see them in a flash and my brain is like hyperactive and it will just kind of continue. So use my hyperactive brain, and I tell you, use my hyperactive brain, jump into my trading group. I'm going to scan the markets all day long. I'm going to have my team scanning the markets. I'm going to be looking for the things. I run with a pack of wolves, and all we do is look for gains every single day. So we are vicious savages in this crypto market. We have dedicated ourselves to crypto. Nothing else gets in the way, and we're ready to go all the way. So if you're not ready to go all the way, don't mess with the lifers, because the lifers are going to take it to the next level, all right? Shout out to everybody here on the live. I appreciate you all for holding me down. 3 people used to watch this live stream. Shout out to ITrust Capital. Get yourself a Roth IRA today, right down there. You can switch your IRA you have right in. Bang, tax-free. Boom. Awesome. Great potential for retirement. Get yourself an ITrust Capital IRA today. Get your crypto in there. One of the crypto IRAs. You can get a crypto IRA. I mean, it's unbelievable. All right. Also, XRP, one of the biggest holders of XRP in an IRA is ITrust Capital. Huge supporter of the crypto industry and all the regulation going on. All right. So, man, look at Pocket Network, one of the biggest gainers today on MEX Global for 25%, hanging up in there in the top 5. We're getting it, baby. We're getting it. So, Bitcoin, falling wedge, breaks out. We found the diamond here. The diamond broke back out, right? This was a diamond right here. Funny how Bitcoin likes to fractal itself. What do I mean by that? Many times I've seen smaller versions of the same idea inside of Bitcoin. And so what I mean by this is, here's a falling wedge, and then we had ourselves a diamond in the bottom, right? I'm going to zoom in here in a second and show you something that will blow your mind. So we broke out. We clearly got rejected by the $30,000 area. We came back. Then we got rejected by 29,500 numerous times, all right? And now here we stand on Bitcoin, on Bitstamp. Let's take a look here on the 1 hour. It doesn't really matter what exchange you use. It may value by $1 here and there or a couple wicks, but for the most part, you're going to be pretty spot on. So look what we have here going on. The 1 hour is a little overbought, but that doesn't mean it can't keep pushing. I've seen big moves come above the dotted line. It's actually when the most violent moves can occur. So what I see here is a shoulder, shoulder, head, shoulder, shoulder. I see a complex inverted head and shoulder. On the 15-minute, I clearly see a diamond, a reversal diamond. Clear as day. And look, this looks just like a micro composite of what we just saw for Bitcoin, right? The falling wedge with the diamond at the end. Isn't that interesting? So here we have the falling wedge again with the diamond. The diamond suggests we will break to the upside. So far in the last 15 minutes, Bitcoin has pumped from 29,428 to 29,458. $30 move, not the biggest deal in the world, but there you go. In the last 45 minutes, 3 candles on the 15. So here's the deal. I mean, Bitcoin looking pretty interesting right now, okay? And one other thing I wanted to show you is this looks like a symmetrical here. Where was I? Now we'll get out of that. I'm on a roll right now. Don't ruin it, Sammy. Stay in the pocket. All right. So look, this is a clearly reversal diamond back to the upside. Who here also saw this diamond? And that's why I know my team waits for my update, man. I got vision that can help the whole crew in seconds. I'm like the guy on the ship that can see the iceberg just a little further away, because this is all I've been doing for a long, long time. So look, here's our major resistance right here for BTC. It's right there. Because look, we have chop, we bounce, resistance, come through, resistance. We got to flip 29.5. And then we got to go exactly what I keep saying. Are these 2 wicks up here? 30,000. 30,002. Nope, it's the bigger one. These right here. 30,330. That's the weekly support or resistance that needs to be broken. We got to get to that. We got to get to that. And look, I see this as a symmetrical triangle now. It's getting tighter and tighter in the zone. So Bitcoin looks like it's just going to start consolidating yet again. Might come up out of this diamond, come back down, get tighter and tighter in the zone, and then boom. Again, Bitcoin's going to come to decision time pretty soon. All right. I'm going to figure out what we're doing now. We're going to look into the smaller time frames on Binance and break it down. And then tonight, I'm going to make a prediction of where we're going to be tonight, and I'm out of here in a second. So I didn't get a chance to look at the chat yet. I've just been in the grind. All right, let me take a look at the chat. Shout out to everybody out there. May God bless each and every one of you. How's the chat? How's my team doing? How my lifers doing? GF Burke in the house. Shout out to you. Crypto Bellico. Jan, man. XMMGX, my man. 333. Crypto Bear Baker. D Shuffle. Manus, my man. Nostalgic. All my awesome people. You know I couldn't do this without each and every one of you. I'm a human being that looks for acceptance and love just like everybody else. I'm not going to act like I'm an island. And when you show up each and every day, I love each and every one of you. It's amazing the strength that you give me to continue to move. So God bless Zachariah. God bless Lifer Adam. God bless Gregory Smallwood, Greg Novak, Jebatron, Caden Casey, Kinships Agency. All right. I love AGX long term. I hold about 20,000 USD of it. That's all I got to say, right? I mean, what do you think I think? I own dang near 20 grand of it. I probably think it's going to do pretty good. Shout out to Abdominal Bread Man, Spaghetti Rigetti Man. Just joined. Spread love and positivity. One love. Shout out to the FUD Expert. God bless you, brother. Thank you for coming on the team. I can't wait to see what you can bring. I bring that passion and that energy 7 days a week. That's all I ask for my team. And together we can do some amazing, amazing things. I know we can. But may God bless us all on our endeavors here together on the live. Let's take a look at BOOKMAP and see what BOOKMAP is saying for Bitcoin. So zoomed out, we don't get that big liquidity up at 29,009, right? The biggest order we can see now really is kind of 29,005 right there in 29.4. Pretty good to get a buy order at 29.4. It says we got a big buy wall that could really push us back to the upside. No more lower liquidity hanging. Not a lot of low-hanging fruit. So we got a big buy order here at 29.4, and we got some fatter red areas up at 29.5. Pretty good. We're kind of saddled between 29.4 and 29.5. Interesting. So BOOKMAP, to me, looks bullish, right? Can you look on Super Chat short? Can you look on the Super Chat short? What does that mean? Let's see. We got any fan funding going on here? Namaste. Can we look at SRM? Have a great day. Thoughts on BNT? Sam, can you check SHIB? Thank you. Hannah King. God bless you, Hannah. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Member for 2 months. Hannah, we love you. We'll take a look at SHIB. We'll take a look at SRM. I try to be in and out on these, but whatever you guys want, man. I'm here for the people every single day of my life. So, all right. So Bitcoin, what's happening? Well, we've broken it down for you. We've talked about it. And this is my Binance chart. I always do the Binance chart. So we got the falling wedge hanging out. We've broken out of the falling wedge, and then we've made another smaller falling wedge. This is a cup. That's a handle. The measured move of this cup and handle is 30,800. So you could expect to move tight moving averages and you're above the 200 SMA. I would expect to move to the upside. All right. And above that line, that high volume node too. And you got a gap here in the VRVP. Moving in the 1 hour right back to this area. A place to take some profit would be 30,298, 30,300. That's the weekly resistance. That's also going to be a POC right there. So if you do happen to get inside of a trade, I like this trade and I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why I like a long here. I don't like the stochastics too much, but I like the 4 hour. The 4 hour could continue to propel us to the upside. If we break back down inside the pattern, we're bearish. And usually you don't do bear traps in patterns. You come inside the pattern and then you fall to the bottom of the pattern. So if my stop loss is right here, I'll likely not have to take the loss even further down. So I like the trade because if I enter here and I put a stop loss back inside the pattern and we come back inside the pattern, we're likely to drop to the downside. It's a 3-to-1 risk-reward ratio. So stop loss is at about 28,800 or 28. Hold on, what's it doing? It says 29,072 is the stop here. I can shave it. Let me see if I can shave. All right, 29,033 entry would be now, and the take profit would be 30,875, right? Smart idea would probably be to sell almost all of the position though at 30,327 personally, you know what I mean? And then see if I can get the extra move up and have the stop loss to break even. I'd be selling 50 to 70% of the position at this red line at these two areas right here at 30,003 and 30,400, all right? But I'm looking for a move to the upside here for Bitcoin. And I know it's volatile and it's the weekend, so be careful. I don't like trading the weekends. But the technical analysis says to me that a move could be coming to the upside out of this falling wedge. All right. 15 minutes high, 1 hour's high. It says to wait it out for some more consolidation. But like we showed you before, this is a falling wedge. Double topped, fell down. To me, it's like breaking out. And here's the diamond that I showed you before on Bitstamp. And I'm just thorough. I know I repeat some things, but I want to be as thorough as I can for you. Sorry, that's not the right tool. I don't know why I grabbed the square. I got to grab the path. But we're looking for some type of reversal back out on this 15-minute time frame. I know we're overbought on the Stokes, but the TA suggests we pump. So, you know, we will see. And the 4 hour still looping to the upside. It has momentum. And if you get above this high volume node, you're going to pump all the way up here to 30,283. So I just, because of the gap in the VRVB, the diamond, previous resistance becomes new support. Now, we break this area, fine. We fall back to the bottom of the pattern. But I like this possible trade to the upside. I am long BTC, and I explained why. I didn't know I was going to be long until I did this. And that's another thing. Whenever I do these live streams, I have no idea what I'm going to say. I don't do my analysis and then come in. I come in and I do the analysis live in front of every one of you, and the analysis speaks. Now, if we can flip, the safe way is to wait for the 4 hour to flip this 200 SMA. The aggressive entry is now. You know, you do whatever makes you happy. I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing I say and do should be taken as financial advice. Let's do a few asks here, and then I have to jump on out for the day. I believe when I show up tonight, we're probably a little more sideways or a little more further to the upside, heading toward that 200 SMA on the 4 hour time frame. Also, when you get bunched up here, tight moving averages, you're likely to kind of pump up to the 200 SMA, even when it's pretty tight. So that's another thing that we know happens. So we're looking for this pump up to the 200 SMA. I am bullish on BTC. I like what I'm saying. I gave you my entry. I gave you my stop loss. I gave you my take profit. I even gave you how I would play it, when I would sell, why I would sell, what the VRVP is doing for us, why there's a gap there, and more. I also gave you an aggressive idea and a safer play based off of the 200 SMA on the 4 hour time frame. Again, I'm not 100%. Nothing I say and do should be taken as financial advice, and I can't say that I hit every single trade that I make, all right? But we're pretty highly probable, like we hit SHIB, like we hit Pocket Network, like we hit many again over and over again, like we hit Akash Network too, AKT. That thing probably still spinning and winning. So we're looking for this flag here on SHIB to continue to the upside. If Bitcoin subsides, goes sideways, that's going to be a good sign. Bitcoin dumps, it'll take the whole market. But SHIB looks like it could continue here out of this flag. I'd watch the 1 hour time frame for a possible continuation here. We are going to be looking for some bearish div on the 1 hour. And honestly, this swings down while that swings down. We don't have a major bearish div. That's a good sign that we could continue to the upside. All right. This could be another nice little pump. And that would hit my target that I initially had planned for this bigger idea. So SHIB still inside a flag here. A bit of a cup and a handle. And attempting to kind of SR flip this little spot here. Previous resistance becomes new support. Pop to the upside. I'd play the 15 minute in the 7 on that and see once they get oversold. For me, 15 minutes low, 7 minutes a little high. You could be super precise, but I like the 15 and the 1 for a possible move to the upside. Moving averages are getting far apart, but they can get further up for one more big pump. Interesting. SHIB. I'd look for SHIB to continue here. Target for SHIB would be 12,422 for SHIB. Shout out to the SHIB. Thank you for giving us SHIB on the radar. Appreciate you all for being here. Moving forward, someone asked about SRM, which I had it in a low, but it kept going lower. Supposed to really follow KuCoin at one point. Solana at one point, but just kept going lower inside of the flag. Let's take a look. The falling wedge, really. So I still have it in a falling wedge. It's attempting to use this area as a support. See, bounce, bounce, bounce. Bouncing right there. It's right on a POC, right? That red line. If I bring it in here, I think it will turn red. All right, the POC is low, but a high volume node sticking at least. This moves when Solana pumps, I'll tell you that. Like, you got to kind of wait for Solana to pump, and this can pump. It is getting tighter and tighter. You don't want to see it. You know, now I see this level is key. The safe bet is to wait for it to flip 8344. It flips 8344. You're highly likely getting that lower high, the higher low, and you can get the move to the upside. But this is mainly retraced all the way down to the 786 retracement. You can see that. Very likely place for a move back to the upside on SRM. Not my play. Not one of my favorite things to talk about. It looks cool. I think there's something better out there, like a token metric, something that has a little more play and a little more love. But it is SRM, and there's to me, I see a move coming eventually, right? And not like eventually, maybe, but like not too long from now. All right. Shout out to STMX USDT, which is on Binance, Gate.io, and there's a perpetual for it too on MEXC. STMX, CoinX, Gate.io, Kraken. Weird how MEXC only seems to have the perpetual. I'll look at it on Binance. I mean, that's bullish. That's super bullish. All I had to do was look at it immediately. Funny, I had it like this. Remember that? It broke out. See, that's a thing where you would break out. You would have been in profit. Swing to break even, and then you miss the trade. But if you trade everything properly, you can make gains. You know what I mean? If you're not dreaming, you just don't dream. Not every trade is a dream. Like, this is going to be the one. Every trade's, I'm just going to take 10 or 5%. The chip away theory is the way to make it. Just this trade's just going to give me a little bit. I'll use this for this. I'll use that for that. And you could trade any market. There's money in the bears. There's money in the bulls. I just made a huge gain recently, 2 days ago, off Casper. It's a bear market. Just because it's a bear market doesn't mean you can't make massive gains. You're in your own pocket. Someone got into an ordinal 2 months ago and made 800x. You know what I mean? It's just like, it's about what you believe. If you believe there's opportunity out here, there is. Yeah, obviously the bull market makes it way easier. There's way more opportunity. All right. STMX looks like it's going to bang. Tight moving averages, above the point of control. I like what I'm looking at, man. This thing looks great. You're spot on, brother. 22-hour looks nice to me. Daily's ready to rock. You're about to get a golden cross on the daily and you're consolidating on the 4-hour. I'd be surprised. I mean, Bitcoin dumps, it'll take the market down, but I'd be surprised if this doesn't pump. Again, I don't know anything. I don't own any of this coin. I have no affiliation to anybody. I want to make that clear. I don't come on and like find a coin I like or hold a coin and be like, yeah, this looks great. I just look at the technical analysis. Strike me dead on my knees if I'm speaking to anything different. You know what I mean? I'm just looking at the TA. I don't own any of this coin. I just want to make it clear. This thing looks likely to make a move here to the upside. Very likely. So that's what I call simple money. I don't like using the word easy, but if that breaks to the upside, I mean, there's such a high likelihood it's going to. If you just trade these setups, like if you traded 30 setups a year, like in the bear market, there was easily 30 of these in the whole year. And if you compounded each of those trades, you know how much money you would have made? So if people can compartmentalize their focus, stay disciplined, they can take advantage of this market. But you got to be here every day and you got to want it. You know what I mean? You just got to want it more than everybody else. That's all. Anything in life, people that win the Super Bowl, they want it more. It's the talent, it's the skill, but then you got to want it more. Two people, both talented. Who wins? Whoever wants it more, right? And you can see it sometimes in a game. Like you can see that more talented team just can't seem to do it. The team with the will, the team that wants it more, ends up closing it off. And if you can't trade Binance, there's a BolsaDex link underneath my videos. You can trade BolsaDex. Have access to BolsaDex. It'd be great. High probability to even move to the upside. So look, now if you're watching the stream and you found STMX, you have access to it, you might make gains on this. You might come back to my stream again and be like, man, I watched this dude. I'd never seen him before. He had this attitude. He was a little different than most people. I kind of liked the feeling of it. And boom, next thing you know, I made a gain off the information and the education that he was putting out, right? So stay tuned, everyone, and stay focused, all right? And this may be somewhere else. And look, I'll also double check for you. We can go here to CoinMarketCap, and we can double check. Where can you find this? Don't be lazy, everyone. Always double check. So STMX is StormX. All right. We used to trade this thing back in the day, too. I remember. It's an old low-cap gem on KuCoin. $68 million market cap now, right? Binance, BitGet, LBank, BitTrue. All right. So it never made it to like the more, the bigger ones. Yeah, Uniswap, Bittrex, Gate.io. BitGet's got it. I've got a BitGet account. I got BitGet, so we can trade that on BitGet. It looks highly likely for a move to me to the upside. Smaller volume on BitGet. You got 16 million on Binance, and that's why you want to really trade it on Binance. All right. STMX looking very likely. Like that's I go for that all day long. Like I sneeze on that and it makes gains. Again, it could dump to the downside. I've seen these just dump. There's no guarantees. The probability is just extremely high that that's going to make a move. My man asked for BNT Bancor. Thank you so much for asking about Bancor. God bless you, Brian E. And giving to the channel. You're a blessed person. So Bancor had a beautiful pop to the upside. Nice move, right? Kind of double bottom. Let's take a look at it on the daily. Bit of a double bottom there. See it? Boom, boom. You know, you can almost call that a cup with a handle, but double bottom. And then you're going to start looking at your support. Now, you broke the 200 SMA, right, on the daily. Good sign. You can see how that starts the fruition of the move. You're always looking for the break of the 200 SMA. And it begins in the smaller time frame. It will begin on the 1, then it'll go to the 4, then it'll go to the daily. It'll go through progression of the time frames. That's why the smaller time frames are like forebears. They're like going to a palm reader. You know, when I see that the 4-hour breaks the 200 SMA, then I know that the daily is likely to do it too soon. Likely. No guarantees, but likely, right? So we came up, we made a higher low, we bounced to the upside. Kind of hard to read. That was a crazy move. Daily had a pump. Now you're saying, like, should I get out? What's going on, right? If you made the trade. I do see this as a bottom and a double bottom. We kind of hit the target, came back down. You know, at this point, I guess the best thing I can do is pull a fib on the daily. Understand that I need to come to the golden pocket at one point. Maybe even test this high volume node. I like the 21 crossing the 200 SMA. It means a golden cross should be coming eventually. Now I need a little more information. I got to kind of start scrolling down to see what's happening. So it looks like we made a bullish megaphone. Or we made something like this. Is a weird pattern, honestly. But it's got a slight. And then you got this resistance here. It's got some descending triangle vibes there. You see that? What I believe is the most likely scenario based on years of TA, and then is something like this falling wedge happening here. But it is hitting bounce, bounce, bounce. He is using that as a strong support, and it is oversold, so it's interesting. But the 1 hour, yeah, see that 1 hour wants to come down on you, and you kind of have a shoulder, head, and shoulder, and you also have a bit of a descending triangle here in the 1. You see that? Which likely, and then you got a shoulder, a head, and a shoulder there too as well. Funny, I just had an epiphany. I remember asking for a super chat and never getting this much information ever in my life. And people say that's why they love the channel. It's the in-depth analysis. It's the detail to everyone. It's the love I give. You send $2, I'm going to give you everything I have. Every single person, I treat you like my brother, sister, best friend, someone that I love, because I want to see you survive. I want to see you love this channel. I want to see you say, man, I never got service like that when I paid for a super chat. I want to be known as the greatest super chat servicer in the history of Bitcoin, you know. You got serviced by my TA. It's not right. It's not right. All right, let's take a look at XRP. Now, I was in an XRP long. I think I'm still in it. I travel so much and then I forget, but I'm pretty sure I'm still in the XRP long. And it looks nice. That consolidation looks pretty good to me, right? Let's take a look at this 4-hour time frame. So I want to see this flag break back to the upside, right? And I'm honestly not opposed to this being somewhat of a diamond here. You know, you got some diamond vibes. It's not perfect, but you got some diamond vibes here, all right? And really, it's all about this symmetrical triangle. And we're going to break up or down. And the 4-hour could get you out there. Let's take a look at our 1. 1 hour getting super tight in the channel. And it's really kind of, you know, this will follow Bitcoin. Bitcoin gets the pump, then you'll get the pump too as well, right? So XRP needs to break 63 cents, man. Ooh, something moved when I turned my head. I don't know what happened. But yeah, we got to bust through 64.79. Once we get through there, we can continue to move to the upside. Thank you so much for the subscription. Jumping on in. And thank you for HBAR. Can we look at GARI, Tori, and D Shuffle? And these will be the last 2 super chats, everybody. I got to run. My wife just gave me the look. D Shuffle and Tori. I love y'all. All right. Let's take a look at HBAR. HBAR has been bullish. Hedera hash graph. And MEXC is the place to be. All right. Jump on into MEXC, please. It is the best place for you to trade because you won't have to pay ND fees. Stop getting yourself to pay a bunch of fees. All right. And yes, it's a Saturday. Most people are not hanging out in the charts today, but whoever is going to make those gains. At one point, you'll make enough gains you can finally walk away, all right? And you can live your life. But until then, you have to be in the charts. I'm just joking. You do whatever makes you happy. Again, I am just entertaining you. I want to make that clear. I love to be an entertainer. Always entertaining.
I mean, they're fine by themselves.
Life makes it hard sometimes. You just got to be harder than life. You know what I mean? That's what I learned. Amen. Right, babe?
What?
Life makes it hard, but you just got to be harder than life.
You gotta like get off the computer so we can have a life.
All right, so join the trading group. Link in the description below. You would have had gains on SHIB. You would have known how to make gains off of 1%. Lyme disease is serious, man. When were you bitten? I don't know, man. We don't know anymore. We don't know. But I'm getting treated. Lifer, what's your trader rank on MEXC? No idea. All right, Bitcoin 29,444. Shots fired. Patrick Lee. Lyme disease is serious, man. I know, right? Good morning. Crypto Wifer. I know. Shout out to OMAC in the game, man. Appreciate you, brother. Thank you. All right, let's take a look at HBAR. So HBAR made the move. Daily time frame. It made a giant double bottom. You see that? Wink, wink. Higher low, too. It's a good sign that it could get a move here. You have this resistance that you broke free from, and you're channeling up now. In my mind, you're making this ascending triangle, climbing your way on out of here. I look for it to consolidate and then break on out. Pretty simple to me, right? And if you lose the trade and it breaks this level, you're looking for a double bottom again and a move back up to the upside. It's retraced to the 886 retracement on the fib. You don't really need to see that. And you got a point of control that if you flip, you're gone. All the way back up to about 8 cents. So I see this consolidating tightly in the zone here and a move coming. And my target is 81 cents. About 2.5 weeks, something like that, you know. And that's what I'm seeing for HBAR. Remember GARI token? Remember trading this thing? Oh, they got it on MEXC too. Funny. So this thing got pounded to the downside. I mean, look at it. I don't know. Maybe it bounces back to the 200 SMA like this. You could be trading a bounce back. I don't like buying things that are this low, man. I'd be careful. This thing looks like a rug pull to me. We used to trade it on and off. I do remember. But that's when people actually cared about it and had volume, you know. It was a different coin to me when people cared about it. I mean, you got a nice divergence here. You should be getting a bounce back to the upside. I wouldn't touch it till at least flip 2, 3, 4, 4. I don't like buying things at the bottom like this. It's just not my style. Like, I'd rather swing trade Shiba Inu with $1 billion market cap. You know what I mean? I like my money to be where it should be. When you put your money in a low cap coin that's all the way at the bottom, you're really, really getting crazy. So
All right, I guess we'll leave with that.
I'm not into this at all. All right.
All right, we'll see.
Bang. Send blessings to all those beautiful livers. Everybody, thank you so much for being here. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications. You can find out when I post my next video. Let's put the lemon into the water. Let's have a big sip of lemon water. Stay hydrated. Stay together. I'll see you tonight at 8 p.m. And may God bless each and every one of you. I'll be back again tonight. We'll go over Bitcoin. We'll have some fun. We'll look at the altcoins. And, hey, stay focused. I'm long BTC. I've said it. I could be wrong. We'll see what happens, and we'll go from there. I'll see you tonight at 8 p.m. God bless you all. Crypto is life, baby. Let's go. I'll see you later on.